And Dan Parks will have Scotland underway. Scotland in the blue. And the early take from Paul O'Connell, looking to disrupt Hayes and therefore disrupt the Irish scrum.
Well, that's right, and this is a key area. It's very important that Ireland get a very good step and that John Hayes gets into a good body position early, which they haven't been able to do there.
Now here's Jason White, a dozen big tackles last week, and this is Ali Hogg, nowhere near the touchline on this occasion. Gavin Hastings has scored more points than Chris Patterson, and this for the lead against Ireland. They deserve it. Dan Parks goes long. This is Dennis Hickey. High into the blue Edinburgh sky. Well judged by Patterson. Well run, look at this. He can do that, Patterson, and this is Craig, and this is Southwell with a run for the line. It's Horgan against Southwell, and the winner is Scottish. And it's been a long, long time since Murrayfield celebrated a try with quite as much rapture. He's a sweet kicker, isn't he?
Giving anything easy to Ireland here. They're making them work for everything.
It's a wonderful kick, and it means that O'Kelly will be called upon again very shortly. There he is, breaking the great Mike Gibson's 16-year-old record today, a 70th cap. Peter at the time, at the end of the 70s, said that Gibson's record would never be broken. But it's been broken this afternoon. Taken in by O'Connell, but the drive from Scotland, the defence of that line-out was exemplary. Didn't challenge on that occasion, but made sure that Ireland was shunted back. Ireland, though, have dropped anchor, and now they're responding with their own shot, and the try line is 6 metres away. Still going. It's a green Irish juggernaut. They're over the line. Look for the referee, and he says try. And having initially seemed to be losing that arm wrestle, Ireland pulled it back.
They regrouped. Joel Jute standing, I have to say, in the wrong position. It was clearly visible from the back, and as Peter Stringer lifts the legs just to show how clean a try he thought that was. It wasn't Shane Byrne. It was echoes of the Triple Crown game, wasn't it? When Shane Byrne picked up his 2 tries. Clear try.
It's a good kick to win back that ball. This is Maggs. Oh, that is a big, big tackle on Maggs.
To roll into touch because, and here's the hit. That was a tremendous hit.
Increase the deficit to 5 points. Absolutely no doubt about that. Into the final 5 minutes.
We're doing so well in the first half, really. The first few minutes, really, to pressurise Ireland, but it's shoes on the other foot at the moment.
Free kick to Ireland, taken quickly by Foley, taps it to himself and seems to trip up his own bootlaces, but Ireland are still going. This would be a pivotal score. They're still there. The Irish voices say it's a try, and so does the French one.
That's all about knowing how to win games. There was from the ruck that Anthony Foley set up. There's no way that Southwell and Kerr were going to hold him from that try, and so far both Irish second rows coming up with the points. Don't know when the last time that was happened. Nobody expected to be the backs, but as we know, Ireland don't have the O'Driscoll-Darcy combination. Now they got the O'Connell-O'Kelly combination.
And for my money, the Lions captain will come from Ireland, but I think it'll be that man, not Brian O'Driscoll. And we were talking about this last night, Philip, and it's a conversation we can continue in the second half, because that's half-time.
From a Scottish perspective, that Willie Anderson and Matt Williams have been able to restore that confidence so that they can kick off the second half the way they did the first.
Taken in by Hogg. Chris Cussiter feeds the scrum to There is enormous pressure coming from these Irish forwards now. They've been rolled over the ball. These are opportunities, and this is Horgan. And that's a very important tackle, but still the ball's free, and Hickey scores. And Ireland have scored tries either side of half-time that have seemingly wrapped up this match.
Over in their own half. You can't afford to do that. They weren't lined up to defend it and were so exposed on the left flank. Very, very difficult to defend when you're expecting to get the ball, to turn it over like that and just give Ireland possession with the weight of numbers, and particularly with Hickey out there. Dan Parks was never going to be able to cut him off. Horgan did well just to pop that up in the tackle. O'Gara threw that out to Hickey. He knew that all he had to do was get it to Hickey and his gas would bring it in. And almost out of nothing, this game is slipping further and further away from Scotland.
Try and drift it in, and we have the perfect view. Terrific kick from O'Gara. And there's a 20-point gap. Back to Patterson, had to readjust slightly. He's offered the best running threat, Chris Patterson, and here he goes again, takes the ball over halfway. It was his break that led to Scotland's try right at the start of this match for Hugh Southwell, and still they go on. Sensing perhaps that they need to score from a position like this if they're to challenge over what's left, and they are going to score! And the try scored by John Petrie. From absolutely nowhere, Petrie ran off the line, and the man who was stewing in the sin bin.
I hope, because now I think we've got a game on. Things have gone a little bit quiet. Scotland had really not been comfortable in the position. Ireland maybe going to sleep a little bit, not really aggressively defending that maul. Scotland did really well just to spin off the side and move the points of attack so that John Petrie was free, and he had a fairly simple run-in the end, and now the pressure's...
Still they're going. Oh, it was very well taken, but it's still there for Ireland, and now here's the danger. This is Gervin Dempsey, not the quickest in the world, and the pass was not the best either to Shane Horgan, and Scotland will have the scrum, but Scotland will be kicking themselves.
Well, they will, because yet again, when the line at the mercy, they just failed really to do what they needed to do. Hogg had to stretch to get that ball, and as he was laying it back, Ireland won it. Johnny O'Connor came away with it. Now here is the pass. That pass just needed to be out in front of Shane Horgan, and who knows, he may well have gone the whole way.
Flick back by Hogg to Cussiter. Parks, Southwell offering himself. This is Lamont. Big bruiser Lamont when he gets going, and here's another Park, and Craig on the burst as well, and it's been taken by the skipper for the day, Paul O'Connell, the Munsterman. There is a reason to hang on or perhaps extend the advantage that Ireland have. This is the new man, driven forward by Eric Miller. And still they're going Stringer. Neat play to O'Kelly, and surely not a try for John Hayes. It is a try for John Hayes, his 51st cap, but just his second test try, and Hayes has put the matter beyond all doubt.
It's silly, wasn't it? Running to congratulate John Hayes. It's not often a big man like that gets over, gets into space, but Malcolm O'Kelly putting him into space. Nothing was going to stop him from, or deprive him of that moment, was there?
John Hayes, who's made the triple XL shirt. There aren't many 30-year-olds who were born in Essex who are such a hero in Ireland. On the day, he becomes Ireland's most capped player, overtaking Mike Gibson. He's also man of the match and a try scorer to boot. We're into the final 60 seconds. Scotland are still giving it a bash. The ball was knocked on by the captain, and there are opportunities here. This is Horgan sprinting up outside, and Gavin Duffy. What an introduction to Six Nations rugby for Gavin Duffy. He's only been on a matter of minutes, and he's already scored a try for his country.
is a little bit of confidence and composure on the ball. They've turned the ball over far too frequently, much like they had done in the autumn series. Appeared to have shaken it in Paris, but as soon as the pressure's on, some of those doubts have crept back in again and just presented Ireland with opportunities. Ireland, opportunities, it has to be said, that without O'Driscoll and Darcy, Ireland were concerned they mightn't be able to create themselves.
And well, that's a mighty kick from David Humphreys. He's only been on a matter of minutes as well, and it is fitting that the last word in this match is spoken with an Irish accent.